Hello, this is davidji, and welcome to this week's Life Tools. This week we've been exploring emotions. You know, that human condition known as having emotions. So we need to start off with just the basic understanding that whatever you're feeling is real. Whatever you're feeling is valid. And most importantly, it's actually a feeling, and it doesn't define who you are. So you can feel angry, but that doesn't make you angry. You can feel sad, but that doesn't make you sad. It means you're having the emotion of sadness, or you're having the emotion of anger. So what we can do on a daily basis, we're not taught this in school. We're usually not taught this by our parents growing up, but to really honor your emotions. And that can allow you to start to identify them. And if you can just say, gee, I'm feeling unsettled, or I'm feeling irritated, or I'm feeling angry, or I'm feeling outraged. This is good. This is probably one of the most important steps that you can take to truly understanding who you are, how you interact with the world, how you respond to the world. And it's by understanding our emotions that we can raise our emotional intelligence, and then we can also understand the emotions of other people. There's all sorts of crazy stuff happening in the world right now. And if you turn on the TV, or if you go online and watch a video, or go onto Facebook, you're seeing all these rants by various different groups. Ranting, outraged, furious. And those are usually, the loudest voices out there. And so sometimes those things can really start to impact us as we see violence outside of ourselves, and then we start to feel that violence coming in and oppressing us. Or we see suffering out there in the world, and then we suddenly start to get into our own mode of suffering. But if we can, instead of saying, well, they're suffering, so I'm suffering, or they're outraged, so I'm outraged, if we can really get a little more nuanced, a little more impeccable with our own personal definition of what these emotions are that we are feeling, then rather than them taking control of us, hijacking our actions and our behaviors, we can be a little more measured when we communicate. We can be a little more thoughtful. We can be a little more clear in digesting all the things that are happening around us. So this week, why don't we make a commitment? I'm going to do it, and I invite you to do it as we're walking through the world. And this can be happening hundreds of times a day. When we start to feel a wave of chemicals or hormones start to kidnap us, to take us into some emotional state, let's just say to ourselves, I watched this thing and I'm feeling X in response to it. And throughout the course of the day, these days, this week, you'll start to get more in touch, truly, with your emotions. You'll be able to put names on them and define them, and then you can share that with someone else. And it's in that understanding, that self-awareness, that being able to vocalize, verbalize, and express our own personal emotions, that we forge deeper connections with people, even people who differ with us, even with people who we're angry at. If we can tell them, I'm angry, I'm feeling angry because of this, and suddenly the dialogue shifts. And can't we all get along? Here's the starting point. Keep meditating. Let's define our emotions this week. Let's get connected to truly what rests inside. And let's be able to express it with greater clarity and impeccability. In the meantime, I'll see you in the gap. Namaste.